Today, we're going to walk through how to generate between 23 and 116 leads with an open house, yours or borrowed, in the next 7 days. And these are going to be some of the best listing leads that you can generate in real estate. So follow with us today. And if you are a broker or you're a lender and you've got agents that you're helping to support, make sure you send them this training because there's nothing like it in the industry for generating and engaging listing leads and buyer leads with an open house. And again, yours or borrowed. So this training is a little bit different. We're going to break it up into two parts. Part one is the mega open house that, again, there's nothing in the industry that is going to help you generate and engage listing leads and buyer leads like what we got here in part one with our mega open house. This is a lot of research with the best practices across tons of coaches, tons of trainings, tons of conversations with top producers over the last 14 years. And this is going to set you up like nothing else. Part two is going to be the market listing checklist in listing leads. So this is where we're going to generate the leads. So we're going to generate the leads. We're going to do some lead engagement here as well. So that is going to help pull people in. And the part one is where we're going to put things around the open house, before the open house. I got scripts for during the open house to really convert at a much, much higher level than ever before. So if you are a Listings to Leads client, please go ahead and log into your account. Let's actually do this together so that you're quite a bit of the way done by the time this call is over with. If you're not a client or you're listening to the audio, stay with us because you're still going to learn a lot. And keep in mind, this is part of our How to Make $250,000 a Year Plus in Real Estate Masterclass. So go to listingstoleads.com/250. That is listingstoleads.com/250. Get all the great information about our entire marketing program for you. So mega open houses here, make sure you grab this URL. So if you're watching this on YouTube, look in the description. If it's on our blog, look above the video. If it's in the mastermind group, take a look at the original post or the first comment below. And this walkthrough, before I get any further, there's three resources here. One is the open house checklist. So hold on to this. So we got our open house prep work, the day of the open house, and post open house. We've got the 39 page, and yes, it's actually 39 pages, PDF guide walking you through pretty much the webinar. So this is absolutely just going to knock it out of the park. Seriously, don't have to print this up, obviously, but if you got an iPad or your laptop, grab a cup of coffee, grab a glass of wine, go through this, and you are going to have your mind blown. And I don't even know that you can implement it maybe all in one sitting, but try to get as much of that going as possible because it's going to just absolutely blow up your brand, both in your farm, on social media, and your business is going to absolutely love you for it. And then the third resource here is, so this is actually the market listing playbook. So we'll get to back to that later. But if you scroll down this page here, you'll see some great overview stuff. And then this webinar here, you have to watch this webinar. This is the mega open house preparation. So what to do before the open house, what to do during the open house, what to do after the open house to really engage and convert at a much higher level than what you do by just generating leads in your normal follow-up that you think of when you do an open house. So again, think of this webinar here as like the overlay and the engagement to really take all these leads that we're going to generate, that we're going to do today, right now together, so that as they're coming through the open house, you are getting more listings and more buyers than ever. With that said, let's get over to listingstoleads.com. If you are not a client, go ahead and sign up for a free trial. Everything I'm going to be talking about today can be done with a free trial. If you are a client, go ahead and log in to your Listings to Leads account and let's go to listings. If you need help getting your listing in or a listing that you're going to borrow to hold open, ask our support team. They're going to help you out. If you need help on how to borrow a listing, get in the mastermind group, type in borrowed listing, or talk to your broker. Tell your broker, listen, I've got this great program, Listings to Leads, and the people over there tell me that if I borrow a listing to hold open, that I can generate a lot of great leads. Your broker is going to absolutely love you And in that mega open house webinar, I talk about how to borrow listings, how to choose a listing to borrow, a lot of different pros and cons and different things like that around borrowing a listing and all that. So make sure you watch that webinar. It's so critical to really pulling this off at a much higher level. But so once you get your open house in, or once you get your listing, I should say, that you're going to have an open house for, you can just click over here where it says add open house, select the date and time, click the green add open house button, and that's going to convert all the tools to the open house marketing and lead gen for you. So every tool, all the call to actions, all the lead capture now change. And as you'll see, it is going to be promoting my open house. So once we're here, like normal, we got the write-up and recorded webinar where it gets into the details of the market listing part of it. So I can click learn more. And again, this will walk you through as if we were sitting next to each other, best friends, and I'm telling you how to get the most out of this. I got all the scripts in this video that I'll refer to are on this page right here. All the detailed write-ups, all the different variations that you can do. And I always recommend spend about 10 to 15 minutes going through this. And it will really, I think, add a lot of value to when we're actually going through the market listing checklist. And if you need, there is a full webinar here where I get into a lot more detail. So keep that page, I say keep that page handy on your laptop or wherever you're working so that you can refer back to it as needed. And if you want to watch that recorded webinar for a much more lengthy explanation of what we're doing here, you'll see that webinar at the bottom of that page. And again, as always, the checklist, click the green download button and give it a second here, and that should download for us. And we can then have our checklist. And as always, print this up, put it next to you, and don't just do a Facebook ad and walk away thinking, oh, my business is going to thank me in 2 or 3 months from that Facebook ad that I just did. No, your business is not going to thank you in 3 to 4 months unless you do all of this stuff right here to really get the ball rolling for buyer and listing lead generation. So print this up, right? Let this guide you, let this guilt you into getting all of these items checked as appropriate so that your business really is growing. So here we go. Let's just work our way down this market listing checklist. First up is Facebook and Instagram ads. So this is absolutely going to be fantastic. We're going to get name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame. So you'll land here on the workspace. Let me just get that drink of coffee if you don't mind. We will autofill location, special housing ad category. So we got the 15-mile radius, a lifetime budget of $35. All of this is editable. I got people doing 100, 150 a week and more for their open houses. So you can do whatever you want. We'll default for a week. You can change the image and even add a video there as well. I can change the text here if I wanted to. For an open house ad, we're not going to use a retargeting like we would with a pending or a just sold listing. So I'm just going to confirm the location, confirm the budget, get that ad out there. And it's going to be name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame. I'll show you an example of what the ad will look like to people as they're perusing the Facebook and Instagram. So I'll scroll down here. Usually it's a second post down. And so here's the ad. People click it. What's your time frame to buy? I'll just say 3 to 6 months. And even if people say they're just dreaming, that is still fantastic because you are getting them upstream from when they're even actively buying before another agent gets them. It's all about the follow-up. And if you're following our training, our database call scripts, the emails that we got for your database, you're going to have great follow-up with all of these leads you're generating. So they're going to click next. You're going to get the name, email, and phone number. They're going to go to the full screen single property website, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. Next up is the social media post. So this would be on your Facebook, on Instagram, on X, on Google Business, if you got that connected as well. And the post, similar to the ad, people are going to click the post. They will land on this full screen single property website. I'll take a look at it. And you can see there's a post now. You can schedule a post. This is actually automated if you've got it set up properly in your account, Listings to Leads account. Gorgeous single property website there. Got the countdown to the open house. I've got a lot of great ways for both buyers and sellers to engage with me. Buyers can download PDF guides. So a lot of great engagement here for people when they click through my social media post. Next up is a share on seller social media. So definitely want to make sure that you get this to the seller. This is one of the really top ROI tools out there in the sense that it's totally free, and the branding and the lead gen that you're going to get from this can be really tremendous. So all you got to do is add in the seller's email address. If there's more than one seller, you can just add in more email addresses, click send it. And then you are going to, let me see if I can open up this email on my other monitor, and I will pop this email over to you. So there's two emails. There's an e-flyer, which I'll show you next. And then there's a social media post for the seller. And so the version I get as the agent lets me know that it was sent to my client. Now it's going to come from my email address. So the client is going to think I sent it to them. And it's going to let me know to call them up. And I'm going to role play the script with you right now. But the script is also on that page in the open house overview. When you click on learn more and you go to that detailed write-up, the script is there as well. But the seller's just going to take this. They can just copy it, drop it on their Facebook page. I'm telling you, sellers love this. And this is such a fantastic way for you to engage with all of their friends on social media. I always tell you, go like the post. I wouldn't necessarily comment on it necessarily. You can if you want to, but definitely the post so that as their friends like it, as their friends comment, you're going to get notified as well. And just use your common sense as far as engaging. People might say how much they like it, how beautiful the photography is, and all that great stuff. So anyways, good stuff right there. Oh, so the script. So when you get your email, call the seller and say something like, hey, Ian, this is Scott. Want to let you know the Facebook ad is going live shortly. I got a lot of other great marketing tools going. It's on Zillow, it's on Trulia, it's on Realtor.com. And I sent you something to put on your Facebook page and also something to share via email, because you likely know people who know people looking to buy in the area. And in this changing market, I don't want to leave any stones unturned. So if you could put that on your Facebook page and also share that email to people, that will make sure that nobody misses the fact that your home is for sale. And I'm telling you, sellers love that. So make sure you get that e-flyer to the seller, or the email for them to post on Facebook, and then also something for them to share via email. So again, here, click send a seller, click send. And both the Facebook post for the seller and the e-flyer for the seller will link people back to that single property website. So imagine all the seller's friends being able to see how awesome of a marketer you are. And man, this is such a great tool for that, right? Open house there. People are going to click this. They're going to go to the full screen single property website, just like they did from the ad, just like they did from the post on your page. So just more fantastic branding and lead gen for you. Next up is a nearby homeowner letter. And if you're following any of our training, this is the number one source of listing leads out there. And I think for an open house, I would door knock if I could. I would door knock with the letter or maybe the door hanger that's available a few steps below. But I would door knock 100 homes around that listing, invite everybody to the open house, right? I would use it as an invitation to the open house. Now, in the mega open house training, we talk about even doing a neighbors only evening, like a neighborhood exclusive open house. And this letter can be used for that as well. So this letter is completely editable, letting people know that you're having the open house. They can send a text or go to the URL for more information. If they send a text, you get the phone number 100% of the time. So this letter, you can even mail it if you wanted to. Normally mailing is better for like just listed, pending, or just sold. I think for the open house, seriously, I would door knock this all day long. Now, if you are a circle prospector, you will see in our detailed training, we talk about circle prospecting the same homes that this letter goes to for even better results and even better, more listing opportunities. Because the people that mail the letter or door knock get great results. But if you call and mail, your results are even exponentially greater than that. So anyways, take a look at our training, get that out to the homes and start generating some great listing leads. Next up is the e-flyer for your database. I am getting comments from people constantly that are getting buyers and sellers that are double ending deals by sending this email to their database. So all you have to do, All the leads in listings to leads can get this email. So you can see here, there's a couple of settings. Send e-flyer to my list each time my status changes. And I can do a couple of different options. I can select all and send it to everybody in my list. I'm going to say no need. I don't want to send it to everybody, but you get the idea. So I can send it to everybody in listings to leads automatically, or copy that code right there and go to your CRM and send that email out to all of your contacts in your database. So in our training, I talk about you want to send an email to your database every week about a listing that you're marketing so that the buyers and sellers see, because it's such a great way to get people to engage with you in addition to the other emails that we train on every single week. So I would say, get this open house e-flyer to your entire database. And I'm showing you KV Core here because a lot of you do use KV Core, but all CRMs and email platforms are similar in that you can send an email right there. You can see here in KV Core, quick actions, send email, and then skip down to item number 4, mass email. So we want to send a mass email to our database. Because I say again, buyer leads may have a home to seller leads may have a house they want to buy. So I always think of buyer leads and seller leads as being both until I'm proven wrong or they tell me. But here's what I want to show you in KV Core is when you're at the email editor, click the icon that has the kind of the double this right there. Click that. That's where you paste the code in from listings to leads. So just paste it in there. Click that same button again, and then that email is going to magically appear and it's going to look absolutely beautiful. I would send a test email to myself, make sure it's perfect, and then send that to your entire database. You could literally be done with that in under a minute, literally. By the time you click copy code, go log into your CRM, go to email blast, drop it in there, send it to everybody. People could be receiving this email in the next 2 minutes if you do it now. If you have any questions on how to do that, ask your support at your CRM, and I promise you the value you get from doing that will be worth it. Next up is a short form video script. So again, I don't want to harp on this too much, but I'm telling you, if you're not doing short form video, this is one of the things that Jordan Cohen in his book, and I always keep forgetting the name, The Agent's Edge, I got it right next to me, talks about how short form video, especially on Instagram and TikTok, but I would say do Facebook and do YouTube as well, is awesome for attracting both the inactive market. So these are people who may not be looking at your IDX updates or not looking at Zillow every day. But if the right home came along to either buy, or if they saw something that motivated them to sell their current home, now they're back in the market. The other people are the out of area people. So you may have an open house in area X, but my search parameters are for Y, Z, and L. Well, if I ever saw a home in X that I liked, then I might reach out and talk to you about it. So doing the short form video is one of the best ways for the algorithms to push your marketing out there. And if you're not going to do the short form video, you're not going to do a reel, you're not going to do a TikTok, you're not going to do a YouTube short, you're not going to get your house, you're not going to get your listing there in front of as big of a market as you could. So please check out our detailed training if you don't know how to do a short form video. But essentially, you're going to click send. You're going to click send here, open up that email on your phone, copy the script into your teleprompter app, get the video done. Even if you don't post it, even if you're scared and you think, I don't look right, I don't sound right, I look funny, I sound funny, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm too that, just at least record them. Just start recording them every day so that you can at least get a feel for the mechanics and maybe you can try to get better. And I promise you in a couple of weeks, you're going to be fine enough. You'll fix your hair a little bit if you think you need to, change an outfit, see how you think you look and sound good. And then in a couple of weeks, I think you'll find that you're more confident in publishing these, and because your business is not going to grow until you do these short form videos. So you've got to get them out there. Next up is the single property website. So all the tools are going to point to the single property website. But if you got professional photos, videos, 3D tours, floor plans, all of that can be added by clicking the edit button up here. If you need help with any of that, ask our support team. They're more than happy to help you. Same with the virtual tour here. Next up is we've got an open house sign-in form. So this is fantastic. And I'm telling you, it's crazy because in the mega open house, I talk about using the print version. You might think that's funny, but definitely check that out. We've got a QR code for those of you that want to make use of that. And we've also got a customizable open house sign-in form here. So I can customize those questions. I can change them. People that fill out your open house sign-in form will get a PDF guide that you can select and change as well. I can change the order of the questions. So all of this is customizable. And I'm going to put that on an iPad or a laptop, or I can print this up, which is very sophisticated. And you'll see when you look at the mega open house, what I'm talking about there. So definitely want to check that out. Next up are the listing flyers. So as always, so for example, the listing flyers, now obviously you might want to have a listing flyer in the open house. That's standard, that's typical. So let's open this up, and these are absolutely awesome. We got a QR code. We've got the text for more information, beautifully formatted. We got like 15 or 20 different listing flyer templates, a little bit of information about needing to sell before you buy. They can go to your home value landing page right there. So a lot of great use cases there. Now, here's the thing. In fact, let's show you postcards and door hangers. I don't know that I'd use a postcard for an open house. If you planned an open house far enough ahead of time, you could get door hangers delivered. And then where we talked about the nearby homeowner letter earlier, you could use the door hanger instead if you're going to door knock. But what I want to get to here are the sign riders. So I talk about this in every video for listing marketing. Get this on the yard sign as fast as possible if it's your listing. Now, if it's not your listing, then you can't do that. But if it is your listing, get that on the yard sign. Make sure you've got this below it. So as always, I hope you've got this below, because I talk to top producers, and this is one of the top ROIs they've got as far as like the amount of effort and money they spend. Because once you got the sign writers, you just put them on different listings and it doesn't cost you anything. And you're going to see in our training, get a clear plastic flyer box, get that on the yard sign. And in fact, if we go back up to the overview and I go back to the write-up recorded webinar, learn more, and I scroll down, and again, this is all in order of the market listing checklist that we were just at. You're going to see here, and I can't make it bigger, but I think you can see it says open house on the top. We got the text too, and then we're going to have a flyer and a clear plastic flyer box right here. This is going to get you listings. It'll get you buyers from people walking by, people driving by. And of course, as always, after the open house, we're going to change that status back to active. And when the listing goes pending, you're going to do our pending training and get this on the yard sign. And you're going to generate even more listing leads from that as well. So make sure you take advantage of that also. So that is everything we've got for open house. Again, make sure you attend our mega open house training. Find the link for that somewhere with this video. Worst case, ask our support team for the mega open house training. We've got the recorded webinar. We've got the 39-page PDF guide supplement that goes with it. And we've even got a checklist to help you keep track of everything that you're doing. For generating the lead from marketing and lead generation, make sure that you are using the checklist from here, the download playbook checklist here. And I got two more bonuses for you. One is we've got a database call script. So call your database. And here's something I want you to think about. When you send this e-flyer to your database, that already is going to be fantastic. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. But I've got a database script for you as well that I want you to call 10 to 20 people to invite them to your open house. The script that you're going to see, and I'll put a link to that also with this video, but that database call script is a great script for you to just check in with leads in your database, with contacts in your database in a way that is a value add, that is not you asking them for anything or being uncomfortable or salesy. It's just you letting them know, hey, I got an open house this weekend. Want to make sure that you got the invitation for that I sent via an email a little bit earlier today. If you have any questions, let me know. So we want to get them used to hearing your voice so that when they are ready to buy or sell, now they're thinking about you. They're not going to think about you if you don't call with a check-in. And this open house database call script is a great check-in script for you to use. The second thing is, and I can't remember what the second thing was. Oh, yes, PDF guides. So let's turn this around and I will show you, and you're going to see this in the mega open house video as well. And what that is, it is a PDF guide where I print the print flyer and I put it in a clear plastic flyer box. And I have that at my open house so that as people are coming through, they can see these PDF guide offers and they can scan the QR code on the flyer and download the PDF guide right there. And I get them as a lead. So every PDF guide here, and this might be a good one, 6 things to check before buying a home, how to sell your home in a changing market. These could be both great guides. This could attract the homeowners walking through your open house. This could attract home buyers. And to access those flyers, click the green market button, go to print flyers. And again, in the mega open house PDF guide, there's actually links to the plexiglass flyer boxes. So here's the guides. I like the last one here. I don't know why it's last, but this is the one I like. And you'll see there's a QR code, and we've got landscape versions. We've got vertical, like you're seeing here. So you can use either one. And again, if you leave it at your open house, people walking through will see that. And what a great way to engage people at your open house. Can you imagine, right? Somebody scans this and you see them scanning it. They walk through the open house and you ask them before they even leave the open house, let me know if you have any questions on that PDF guide on how to sell your home in a changing market. I'd be glad to answer any questions. Let me know. What a great way to engage people. So with that, if you have any questions on anything to do with part 1, mega open house, for which you'll see all the information with this video here, or part 2 of how to market an open house, yours or borrowed, to generate a lot of great leads and start engaging leads. So with that, let our support team know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.